Here we go, the first ever, as far as I know, world first V11 test ride with a 4-inch yoga block attached to the stock Inmotion seat. How you doing, Duff here? You may have just seen me put my Merlin fish spiked pedals on my V11. Part 2 of the V11 mods today. I have the V11 seat provided to me by Ewheels. Now I have gotten some feedback on this seat from other riders. The primary feedback that I've gotten is there's two issues. Your seated position is not high enough, especially if you're tall like me. And second, it has a tendency to want to fly off because there's only like a thin strip of adhesive here, and people have had problems with it coming off when riding. So I'm not going to even try to use it in its stock configuration because I can tell you it's not going to work for me. So what I have done is, where is it? I have again reached into the world of yoga blocks. And I am going to try to augment this seat with the yoga block to make it more usable for someone of my height. I'm about 6'3", very long legs. I can tell you that adding this block to the Sherman made it the most comfortable riding wheel that I've ever ridden. So yeah, you have that. So now I am thinking about mounting it just like that. And you say, okay, well, how are you going to do that, Duff? Look, you got a gap there. Well, how's that going to work? Well, I'm going to use, or I'm going to try to use, this and these. These are heavy-duty cable ties. What my thought process is that I can use cable ties to attach this block more or less securely to the seat below. And I can also use cable ties to attach the seat to the handle so it can't come off. So this is all theory. This has not been tested. So I'm going to drill a couple holes and see how it works. Because I can tell you right now, using adhesive on the material that these seats are made out of, it sucks. I use adhesive here on my Sherman seat to attach this part of the Velcro to the seat underside. It didn't stick. I went and used E6000 adhesive, put it under here, stuck it on here, let it cure for 24 hours. It still peels off. So yeah, this material just does not work well for sticking things to. Now some people have said that what they've done is they just keep rubbing this area with the isopropyl alcohol, and it takes enough of the finish off that they're able to get stuff to stick to it better. I was thinking about using acetone actually, and just trying to get the smoothness off of the surface there. So that might be something, another video, we'll see. Okay, so the question is how do I make this all align properly? Because if I have it right there, I have it balanced there, straps down on the side. I don't know, I think I can get it to work. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to drill holes on the bottom of the seat. Okay, this seat material is very easy to drill through. It also makes a hell of a mess, so I'll be coming in here with a vacuum later. Okay, got two holes here. So if I line this up like I want it on the yoga block, I know Marty really, he takes notes when I do projects like this, you know, to come up with better ways that he can do his stuff, because, you know, I'm so precise with the way that I do this stuff. All right, so we're gonna okay, that was just to score the block there. Oh boy, alright. And measuring probably would have been a better idea, but so we're going to drill through the yoga block next. So my thought is, now that I did that, if I take my straps, and like I said, you're going to want to use some strong straps, high quality cable ties. I'm going to need to tie probably 2 or 3 of them together to get through here. So, okay. What am I doing? Alright, we're going that way, right? Yeah. So, I go through here, and then I go through here. Need to do some more drilling. This is probably dumb to try to start this one a while, but we're going to do it anyways. Right. Okay. One side in. Let me just come back when I'm further along. Okay, yeah, I know it sounded ridiculous, but look. That's not half bad, right? So now if I put it on here, let's see, I'm thinking I would need, because I think the way the seat's designed is you're supposed to be able to actually raise the handle even with this on. So if I need a carefully placed hole, another one through the sides, and then I should be able to zip tie through, right? After doing some more careful measurement, of course. Actually, I don't need to drill a hole because I have this little wonderful gap because I'm putting a straight yoga block on a curved seat. So I can go like this. And I can take advantage of that little gap. And I can shove my strap in here. Well, I don't know. Well, maybe not. Okay, I think I can. It's just going to take some careful manipulation. If I release this, just to get this in the air, and then you put a pen under it so it doesn't come all the way down, and then you add another zip tie to give you additional slack. We'll add it to this side. Yes, I know this is janky as hell. Alright, let's go there, come through. So let's get it sitting on there well. It's feeling a little wobbly. It is on there, but that is going to prevent it from getting seated on there well. So that's not a great solution. So let's cut that off and reevaluate. All right. This might work. It really might. I drilled a hole from this side and the other side. It's sitting down much better now. It's deep in the channel. And I have the zip tie going through those holes right here, attaching to the handle. And then it's coming up through here. And I just have it wedged in between the yoga block and the Inmotion seat. That's not going to come off, guys. That is going to stay. You know, drilling holes in the seat, is it going to cause it to rip or something? I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. It might not. So I have this pretty tight now. I'm going to actually cut the straps, cut the slack off. Yeah, I know, this is crazy. I'm gonna cut this off so it's not flopping around like crazy. I'm gonna sweep up this mess. So basically, what do I have in here? 4 holes. Well, 2 holes, 2 holes, 2 holes, and 2 sets of cable ties. That is my mounting system. So now this does need to be tested on the road. So I do still have access to and use of the trolley handle, which is good. All right, I'm out here on the road with my aberration of a seat attached. You can already see one potential issue. I have very long legs, and even with my very long legs, this seat goes way up there. you're a shorter guy, there's no way this would work. It makes mounting and dismounting a little weird because your upper legs are fighting with the yoga block. But still, in the interest of science, we're gonna go across the street here and give it a try, see what it feels like. I'm just not sure how practical this will be. Probably not very. But it might feel actually comfortable, but just might not be practical. Here we go, the first ever, as far as I know, world first V11 test ride with a 4-inch yoga block attached to the stock Inmotion seat. Okay, that sucks. It's too loose. Can't yeah, doesn't feel good. It's wobbling, it's kind of sliding around. So I would say that this probably isn't going to work out very well. Yeah, when I try to sit on it, your thighs kind of hit the block, and then the block slides around, and yeah, that's a fail. Definitely a fail. I guess I should try just the seat by itself, but I'm almost positive that I'm not going to be able to get all the way down there. I know Finn said that he, you know, it's way too low for him, and I think he's close to my height, so. But I don't have a knife with me to cut this strap right now. Well, at least my new Merlin fish pedals feel okay. Nice and grippy. All right, here's a widescreen view, just how silly it looks. At least it's not going to blow off. I guess that's a bonus, right? It won't blow off. But you just cannot ride it comfortably. I have it like wedged between my thighs. Yeah, like look when I'm off the wheel, what this looks like. Hey guys, I'll be the first to admit that not every idea I have is a home run. This is definitely not a home run. This is probably more like a strikeout. Get that shitty thing off. All right. Okay, so I guess I should just try the stock seat, right? But I take Finn's word for it that it's too low for tall guys like us. It's probably fine for, you know, the typical Chinese rider, but for me it's probably not so great. And also I think its position is a little bit too far forward. I usually like to have my rear end a little further back on the wheel when seated, and I don't think this is going to allow me to do that. All right, let's see, how low can you go? Yeah, it's maybe if I move my feet further on the pedals, but my ass is not on the seat. Let me try to go a little further up with my feet, maybe. Having my feet this far forward feels awkward for just regular riding. All right, I can at least get, all right, well, my upper thighs are at least on it. Definitely not as comfortable as the Sherman. But I am surprised I can do it at all. Let's see, can I transition? Yes. All right. But you can see how far forward my feet are. Yep, they got a fair going on down here. No COVID-19 in Florida, I guess. There's no real restrictions. And even the fairs are back. Yeehaw. Alright, so I'm just gonna like ride it for for, I don't know, maybe a half mile or so. See how I do in a half mile. I mean, this is good enough. I mean, this will allow me to get the weight off my feet for a while if I'm doing a long ride in the V11. This is doable. It's not awful. And the strap that I put on the front will keep the seat from blowing off. So that might actually be something that's beneficial. And I think I will use the adhesive as well, but I'm going to use that tie wrap to make sure that the seat cannot blow off. Yeah, this is all right. I mean, definitely not as comfortable as a Sherman, but it's all right. All right, so I just did that whole segment. Oh boy. Having your feet that far forward, like when you're standing, I can't break the damn thing because they're so forward. But sitting for like a mile there, that was okay. So yeah, I can actually use the stock seat. It's not ideal, but it's not terrible. Okay, battery in the GoPro is getting low, so I need to talk fast. Yoga block experiment, I fail. Stock seat, doable. If I move my feet way up on the pedals, I can actually sit on there and be somewhat comfortable, which is surprising. So yeah, this whole video, 85% of it was a waste because I guess I should have tried the stock seat before I put the yoga block on, huh? Yeah, smart. I'm a smart man. So anyways, if you guys found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're going to subscribe, you can hit the notify bell, which is over there somewhere. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. I do have one other video I might do this weekend. I might ride tomorrow, I don't know. One other video I might do this weekend that's kind of tied into all the Gotway EUC fires that have been in the news lately. So that's all I have for you for now. Until next time, Duffman out. Even with the holes in it, the yoga block still works. Still functional.